Hi everyone, it's Little Blue here, and you are listening to my podcast, aka Little Blue, the podcast where I try to promote kindness, positivity, and general well-being, and basically have a bit of a chit-chat about life, all the fun things, all the silly things that might bring with it. I'm basically a single mum with PTSD, and there are many times in life where it just feels so hard, but you have to focus on the positives, and that is what I'm trying to do. So don't worry, I'm not going to bore you with all my rubbish, because I bore myself with my rubbish all the blooming time, and believe me, it's not a story worth getting into. So today's positives are, it's Friday the 15th of November. And tonight on BBC One and BBC Two, we will have Children in Need going on. Throughout the country, I think all week, people have been doing various things for children in need. So companies like Greggs bake cakes for children in need, and the proceeds go to that. Baby Blue's preschool today, they've all gone to preschool in their pyjamas, and they've given £1 donation. And that will all go to children in need. And they're having a little bake sale as well after preschool. So what we are going to do is we have decided that we're going to donate all the money we've gathered in our wish pig, and we're going to give it to children in need. If you don't know what the wish pig was, basically in March, Baby Blue and I got given a little piggy bank, an actual pig, and every time we found a penny on the street, we have taken it home and we've put it in the wish pig with the intention that at the end of the year we would find a charity and donate all the money to that charity. It's not going to be mega bucks because it's just a penny here and there, isn't it? But every little helps, and it's the thought behind it was find a penny, pick it up, all day long you'll have good luck. And this way we can give good luck to one charity. Even though it's probably only £2 or £3 in there, it doesn't matter. It's all going to a good cause. I haven't actually counted it, so I need to count it up before we take it down. But yes, so the Wish Pig money will be going to children in need, and then we can start again and we'll pick another charity ready for next year, or maybe do it in like 6 or 7 months. Who knows? See how it goes. So yes, really, really, really looking forward to Children in Need. Children in Need actually also do a Strictly Come Dancing, and I think it's EastEnders people doing it. I never know what to think about, like the charity ones. The Christmas special is a bit different because it is still past people that you've already seen on Strictly, so you know sort of what you're getting. But with things like this, I always feel it's a bit, I don't know, never feels as good as the real show, but I'm looking forward to it all the same. So how have you got involved in Children in Need? Have you got involved in Children in Need? How much money have you raised? I'd love to hear your stories. If you popped something about it on Instagram, drop me a tag, aka Little Blue is my tag, and I'll share it to my stories because I love hearing things like that. Or you can email me on aka.littleblue@gmail.com, and I'll mention it in my next podcast. Speaking of my podcasts, I'm really struggling to sort of get them out there, and I don't know whether to make them a bit more regular. So pick 1 or 2 days of the week and say, this is the day my podcast comes out. I'm thinking maybe a Friday, as today is a Friday, or I would do it after Strictly on a Sunday. I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know. Because I know people are downloading it. You crazy, crazy people are really enjoying it, it would seem. So thank you so much. But yes, since I last spoke to you, I've had a birthday. I'm a whole year older. Well, not a whole year. But just, yeah, I'm now 37. I'm no longer 36. And I actually had a really lovely day. I was getting really, really low about my birthday this year. I don't know why. I've really hit a stage of where is my life going? What am I doing? And I think it's because I've sorted a lot of things out recently, and I'm starting to be able to stand alone on my feet and things like that. And being a parent, you do lose a sense of worth, like who you are. You sort of lose your identity almost, and you just become the mum. You forget who you were. So I think that's where I am, and I need to find things that I can actually do realistically where I can be myself again. And with my birthday coming up, it's been sort of like a real sort of turning point for me. So I was a bit depressed and I didn't want to do anything, and my friends told me off, and I'm glad they did because we had a really nice day. Met my mum in the morning after Baby Blue had her flu vaccination, and then went to Costa, got a Costa, then we popped home and we watched the Lord Mayor's show on TV. I've never watched the Lord Mayor's show before. I loved it. Baby Blue loved it. And then once it was time to go down to the pub, we went down to the pub. I got bought lunch. I had a few drinks with my friends. It was so lovely to see everyone. There was a nice open fire in the pub. And it was a pub that's right on my doorstep as well, which is fantastic. So I didn't have far to go because it was raining as we left. But yes, then we came home and Strictly was on. I watched Strictly and I had a friend come around who bought me Chinese. So I think I ate better than I've eaten in months that day because I had a really nice pub lunch and then I had a really nice Chinese in the evening. It was crazy, but I didn't feel full either, which is surprising. So, yeah, lovely birthday. Thank you for anybody that said happy birthday to me, sent me a lovely message or bought me a present or came out for my birthday. Thank you so much because I really do appreciate the effort because I really wasn't feeling it at all. And it just changed things around a bit for me. So thank you. So yes, being a little reflective at the moment. I don't know if anybody else gets complacent around their birthday and sort of thinks, oh God, where's life going? But so much has changed for me. And I think that's what I need to focus on because it's so easy to think, oh, I'm here. This is where I am. This is my point. And you forget where you've come from. And looking back at where I was this time last year, I've come so far. And it's been a bumpy ride. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride. But I've come out smiling. And I've done that because I've tried to keep positive. And it is so, so, so true what they say. The law of attraction. If you put positive energy in, you will get positive energy out. If you stay honest, you stay kind, you stay considerate, and you try and keep as calm as you can, then you can achieve things. And the last few weeks for me, my PTSD has been going off the scale. I've been panicking. I've been feeling like I could just dip and just go away. The way I thought about it last night, actually, it's a bit like when you're swimming in the sea and then you don't realise, but the current is slowly taking you further and further out. And before you realise it, your mum and dad are just that little dot sat on the beach. And you're like, oh my God, I've got to get back. And it's that point where if you don't get back now, you're going to get swept out to sea. And that's the point I was at just before my birthday. And I gave myself a good ticking off. I said, no, come on, you can do this. And I turned to friends who gave me a ticking off. And yeah, there is always a way. There is always somebody that can help you. You just have to find the route and believe in it, because otherwise you will just get engulfed. You'll be swamped out to sea, and before you know it, there will be no help that is available to you. So just stay positive. And I know that's so easy to say, but I am speaking as someone with mental health issues. I am speaking as someone that struggles on, at the moment, a daily basis. But you need to find that little voice inside to say, okay, this is the demons talking. You need to listen to your sensible head and do something about it, because ultimately you can have all the support in the world. You can have professional help. You can have your friends, your family, your spouses, your children helping you and supporting you and giving you advice. But ultimately, at the end of the day, when it is something like that, you are the only person that can take that first step. They cannot physically make you do it. You have to do it. And it's one of those sort of harsh lessons that you learn. But anyway, I'm getting a bit dark with this. Don't want to do that. I want to stay positive. So that is me at the moment. I'm a little bit reflective. I've got a lot of good things going on, actually. I've got a new job, which I can do from home, which is fantastic. Although my internet keeps going down, which is not so fantastic. And it's very frustrating. At the moment, I have to sit in a far corner next to the window to be able to get internet in my flat, which is not great at all. But the positive is I got a Costa voucher for my birthday, and it's meant I can work from Costa. Oh, and they have got an apple spice drink, a hot apple, spiced apple. It's gorgeous. It's one of the Christmas ones. They bring it out every year. That's my new drink, and it's cheaper than a latte. So I've been having a sneaky hot apple, doing my work, and just enjoying having Wi-Fi, really. I've got to catch up on so many TV shows now as well, because I haven't watched them. Not watched them at all. But anyway, how are you doing? How is life going for you? Are you doing anything with children in need? Are you going to have a good weekend? Are you looking forward to Strictly because they're going to Blackpool this week? Oh my God, I love Blackpool week. It is where they go all out. They all get backing dancers. It just becomes a proper show. And I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm so excited to see what everyone's doing. And Chris Ramsey is dancing to one of my favourite songs. He's dancing to Uptown Funk. And I really can't wait. I mean, he is probably going to be the bottom of the leaderboard if you think about it now. But I love him. And for me, Chris Ramsey is what Strictly is about. It's not about necessarily being the best person. It's about being that person that has a journey, who starts off not necessarily knowing a thing. Like he was saying on his podcast that I've just been listening to, he will learn the name of the dance on the Monday. So he'll be told, oh, I'm doing a Charleston. Okay, what's a Charleston? Look up what a Charleston is. Look up some of the steps of a Charleston. Learn the routine. Et voila, he knows what a Charleston is. He hasn't got a clue. Whereas other contestants, well, they'll say, oh, you've got Charleston next week. And they'll say, oh, I've always wanted to do a Charleston. So they've already got a little bit of an idea of what it is. And fair enough, I would, because I'm a fan of Strictly, but he has no clue. And I think for me, that is so commendable, because last week in his tango, he got it on his own. He didn't have any instruction from Karen at all. They said they were deadly silent throughout the whole dance because she didn't need to give him instruction. And for somebody that couldn't dance at the beginning of this, that had no real knowledge of any of the dances he would be doing, that is amazing. And that is so much more of an achievement in my eyes. So I'm going to keep voting Ramsey because I love him. I think he is everything Strictly is about. And I think he deserves to be, maybe not in the final because there are people that are better, but definitely deserve the opportunity to get there, get past Blackpool, because he does he's just incredible. He really, really is incredible. And I do love watching people like Kelvin and Oti, but he's been good for day one and it gets a bit boring and you don't see any progression. They just stay the same. Whereas Chris, you really see the progression. And with Saffron, she wasn't necessarily that brilliant when she started. She wasn't awful, but she was, slowly sneaking up, and she's getting better and better each week. Karim, however, is my favourite. I think he's probably my top one for the final. Him, Michelle and Chris are my favourites. I don't think the three of them will be in the final. And I don't know how the final is going to work now, because obviously they're one dance pair down with Will leaving. So are there only going to be three people in the final now, or are they going to have one less week? It's a mystery. But it's going to be an exciting year, definitely. And it's going to be so hard to call. It really, really is. But anyway, I am going to have to get myself together. I've got to go to this little bake sale at preschool. Might call in and pick up my mum so they can spend some money there as well, get as much money raised for children in need as possible. If you haven't done anything for children in need, don't forget that if you watch it tonight, they have a text number that you can text and it will download a donation from your phone, which is really, really quite handy. However, if you don't have money and you can't do anything, just watch the show. Just be supportive. Just share awareness, share their posts. Just remind other people that it is on, that you can do something, because even if you haven't got the cash to donate yourself, there is always something you can do, especially with social media. Like, share, comment on it, because it will keep the awareness going, and just remind everyone it's children in need tonight. Anyway, have a fantastic weekend even, and I will see you at the next podcast. Take care of yourselves. Bye.